Cub fans, Crawly here. I am live at Lucky Doors right across from beautiful, historic Wrigley Field for the very first episode of Beers and Baseball. I guess the idea behind this show is really kind of talking about some of the great beer that they have here at my favorite place, Lucky Doors, and to talk a little bit about Cubs baseball. But for those of you that don't know, Lucky Doors is located directly across from Wrigley Field. So like right in between the firehouse and in between the Cubs store. Blink and you might miss it, but it's the best place that you can go at Wrigley if you're somebody that enjoys different kind of beers and fresh beer, some of the best beer around. I'm here with Nilos, the general manager and director of Lucky Dorr. Nilo, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Crawly?
I am absolutely glad to be here. I've been coming here since 2017 when you guys opened the doors, and it quickly became the favorite, not only of myself, but a lot of local people. You guys attract a lot of regulars here from around the Lakeview area, correct?
Absolutely.
And the fun thing is it's pet friendly, so people bring their dogs. What day? Don't you have a special day you do that?
On Thursdays, we do our pups on the patio, and the neighborhood gets to bring by their dogs and enjoy some local beers.
So how many beers do you have on tap here?
Right now, we got lines for 24 beers.
24 beers. And like I said, Nilo's in charge as the beer director, working with the brewmasters. And what do you usually ask of them to do?
So I've been in the brewing industry for 16 years now, so a lot of these guys and gals I've been friends with. We've all started at other breweries, smaller breweries. So what we do is we get together, discuss styles that we want to do, what's going to be good for the baseball fans for summer, for the different seasons that we're entering. And then we make some beer, and you guys love it.
And the best part about it is all the beers have baseball themes, baseball names. It's a lot of fun. And so like I've known, I don't know, I had Ghostman on third. I've had all sorts of fun beers, and one that we're going to talk about in a minute. But the beers are only available here in the breweries for the most part, correct?
Correct.
So these are beers you can't get anywhere else. So if you're somebody that's coming to Wrigley for the first time, or maybe you're somebody that comes often and you just missed this place, it's got great history. It's right across from the apartment, and that was Bobby Dorr's apartment. If you don't know Bobby Dorr, he was the groundskeeper from Wrigley Field from 1919 to 1957. He helped plant the ivy. There's just a lot of history. Mr. Wrigley paid for him and his family to live there because people used to vandalize and steal stuff. So he was there to make sure that there was no problem. So the apartment's right there. But one cool feature, if you come here, they have the horseshoe that used to hang over Mr. Dorr's apartment, and that's where the Lucky Dorr comes from. So for the very first episode, I had to go with one of my favorite beers. It's one I've had probably way too many of, but I keep coming back to it. Nilo, tell us about this beer that I'm about to drink right here.
So this is our legendary Cubby Gummy. It's a collaboration that we do with Noon Whistle out of Lombard. That's a New England IPA. Hop-wise, it's going to feature Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe, and Falconer Spice. Those are all my personal favorite hops, so we threw them all into this beer, and everyone loves it. You can ask Crawly here. He drinks a lot of it.
It's my favorite, and I keep coming back to it, and that's why I went with that the first time. So really quick, as Harry Carey used to say, this beer's for you. I'm going to change it a little bit because it's much better than a Bud. So cold when it hits the lips. Absolutely delicious. So thank you, Nilo, for kind of giving us a few minutes of your time. And again, we'll talk a little bit about Cubs baseball and let Nilo get back to the business of beer, which is always hopping here at Lucky Doors. You saw yesterday the Cubs versus the Braves. Once again, same old shit. Sacrifice fly. Not a lot happening offensively. They give up the big inning, and after that, they tried to make a little run of it in the ninth. Didn't happen. They're struggling to hit the fastball. If you're watching this morning, the Cubs made some roster moves, none of them which I like. Workman is back. Steele is gone, and Pedro Strop is back. So Winkler's back, and Workman's back, and none of those guys have impressed me so far from anything I've seen. So good news, Kyle Hendricks looks like he's healthy. He's going to be coming off he never was on the COVID protocol, but they had him miss that start against Milwaukee. Alec Mills subbed into that. So Sunday Night Baseball, looks like Hendricks is on the bump to go. So it should be good. But, the Cubs, obviously, they're doing really bad. They need to start. They're in last place right now in the division. It's early in the season. But as we've talked about on the different podcasts, it's not early because by May 30th, Jed Hoyer's going to have to decide this the team we're rolling with, or do I need to blow it up? And that's when you're going to start seeing trades start to happen in June, and the trade deadline's in July 31st. So that's the issue that we're dealing with here. We don't have 162 games, as Rizzo kind of tried to sell it the other day. You got 60 games to prove to Jed Hoyer that you have a chance to win this thing. And if not, now you're looking at, Bryant or Kimbrel or some of these guys. I don't know about Baez, Rizzo, what the market is, but you're looking at a team that's going to be much different at the end of the year if things don't start getting better. That's why I got to come to Lucky Doors and drink. It's frustrating. But I came down here today to give the Cubs a little bit of a hope, a little bit of cheering. I'm going to try to do my best. I'm not in my season ticket seats. I'm right a little bit, like 2 rows above and a little bit to the left. They're blocked out, but hopefully we'll have some fun with it. And as you can see right here, the crowd is starting to grow here at Lucky Doors. That's why it's always good, in my opinion, to kind of get here a little bit early as the crowd comes in. You can see Wrigley right across there. See, this is what I'm talking about. Beer drinkers that know where to go. Lucky Doors. The best thing I like about it, too, is they got music now. The pretzels are absolutely awesome to eat. And now they got hot dogs, which I'm going to have to taste test for you in a few minutes. But let's hope that the Cubs can turn it around. You get one win at a time. You get a win today. And hopefully that, then you get Hendricks going in the finale. So let's see what happens. But please, if you come on down, come to Lucky Doors, give it a shot. The other thing I was going to tell you is because I'm seated, I don't have to wear the mask. I have my mask right here. But please be very respectful, not just at Lucky Doors, but everywhere. A lot of these guys are trying really hard. The city's enforcing the laws. It's a lot different than in the suburbs, or maybe you're coming in from out of town. Please be cool with the staff and let them know, and make sure you're tipping really well, because it's been a tough year for the service industry. But anytime you're down here, if I'm down here, I'd love to meet you. If not, come on in, talk to Nilos and the staff, and they'll treat you good. Like I said, let's go for a win and go Cubs. And hopefully, like I said, you like this, and we will do it again. Take care, Cub fans.